Welcome back, everybody, to Wrestling on the Fly. This is now part 2 of The Great C-Red. How was part 1 for you?
Fast.
Went by like that, didn't it? An
Fast.
hour?
It's just like, we sat in locker rooms and just shot and told stories. So, that's how I felt.
Good. We're getting right back into the thick of things here. We're going to start with UAPW. And I believe that was actually underway by the time you got in there.
Yeah, UAPW had already established itself, the sister company, the Windy City. But they hadn't been running shows. And I remember one day Sam saying, what do you think about taking over UAPW?
Booking for it?
You want me to take over? Yeah. You got complete control.
Really?
But I wasn't stupid enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I need certain things from you. One, I have complete control. And he was like, yeah, whoever I want to bring in, whoever I want to use. Yeah. Okay. But I wasn't, again, stupid. I couldn't do this by myself. I wasn't there long enough. So it was me, Cassius, Acid Jazz, Damian Dunn.
Okay.
We consisted of the core of what we wanted to run. So, our first show, believe it or not, was a youth center on the south side. And I figured the way we promoted was totally different from anybody, even Sam. So Cassius created a flyer. So on the front of the flyer, it looked like a regular flyer. It's got pictures on it and the time and address and all of that, the date. But on the back side, there's the story. There's the story of why you should come to this show. There's the story of why you should hate The Cure, but love Boz, love DTA. The faces got cheered or loved, but now you can see why you should hate us. You know, and nobody had ever done that. And again, that was when we went flying.
Remember doing that?
But I did it better than anybody else. I wouldn't ask people to get out their house. I got 4 kids.
There you go.
And my daughters, they loved it.
Really?
So we just went to the neighborhood. Because how can I get the people from the neighborhood if the people in the neighborhood don't know the show exists?
Right.
Like, yeah, I could go in McDonald's and put up a flyer. That's not going to get nobody's attention.
And you're not guaranteed that everybody's going to see it. They could just walk through the door.
Dude, my kids hit cars, mailboxes, everything. We went, and we had a decent business model, I should say. We did everything ourselves. Tickets, we made and printed. Flyers, he designed them, I printed them. You know, you buy, what, $2? Print paper? 500 sheets?
Yeah.
Huh?
It was cheap back then, yeah.
$2, and I just made 500 flyers. We just went up and down the block. So all that overhead the Sam would pay, we never had that.
So was it run under the banner of Windy City? Or
No, it was running under
advertised as a totally separate entity?
UAPW.
Okay.
And we ran it at the Rebecca Crown Center on 76 and Phillips. And we packed the house. And nobody could understand how our first show out. We did it, and like there was a profit. And again, I was of the mindset, I ran at 1:00. I wasn't stupid. I know other people got things to do.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
It was Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
There's other shows going on. And the people I wanted to use, they've got other bookings. I got another booking. So
I don't think I've ever heard of anybody running that early on a Saturday. That's pretty good. I like that.
it made
So
sense.
you have time, like you said, if people have double shots, you can.
Well, not only that, but then the audience, think about it. In the middle of the afternoon, you really you ain't got a lot going on.
Yeah.
But at night, people want to
They
go
might go
out.
out. Yep.
Yep.
That's
You can
interesting
come
idea.
at 1:00. Watch us.
Yeah.
And be done by 3. And have the rest of your day.
Interesting.
And I paid people as soon as, like, the Baden talked about. I didn't play Austin Roberts. I'm sorry. I didn't play that. That's the one thing I hate. And I still didn't get, even though Sam did it. I knew it was how it was done. But my thing is, once you work, you're done for me. I'm paying you. Like, I didn't. You finish your match. Like Mustafa. Everybody, listen. Please get his name right. It's Mustafa. Mustafa Ali worked for me, and I have known him for years. But I knew he had another booking. Guess what? Bro was match 1.
Mhm.
Got done. There you go, bro. See you later. He was like, I don't need to, bro. Bye. Ain't you got another show to get to? Go get something to eat. And I didn't play the $40 thing. That irked me. I'm paying you what you're worth. So everybody, at least that day, now that might have taken Sam off, but I didn't care.
Mhm.
Like, you told me I could do what I want. So everybody at least got 75. And everybody was like grateful.
Did the money all came from him, or did you ever have to put your own?
No, that money was all the money. Dude, technically, that money was all profit.
Mhm.
Because you're not giving me anything.
Mhm.
And we never asked Sam for anything.
Was it were you funded on?
We never asked Sam for anything. We just asked, hey, the ring and the music equipment need to be here. That's it.
Do the buildings even too? Rent for the buildings?
Dude, again, because so I used to be, as a teenager, a drug counselor. And that's the building I worked out of.
Okay.
And the guy still running the gym was
Love you.
sorry. We were still good friends. So it worked out that if you give me the building, I can give you part of the game.
Okay.
And it worked out. And again, I already had everybody's money. So to kind of answer your question, I put in money only to pay everybody, but I knew we were going to recoup that coming back in.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't worried about, I'm going to lose money. No, we already knew how many tickets we had already sold.
Okay.
And that wasn't, so all of us had tickets, but the building also had tickets.
Gotcha. Okay.
And all of us were already out of our tickets. So anything that was brought in, walk up from the gate, we already knew that's extra money.
Nice.
Is there any footage that exists of UAPW?
That one show, there's some footage somewhere.
The first one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of when I
Yeah.
did the show.
Mhm.
I can't tell you where. I saw it last year. But I only think it's like one match, DTA and V Factor versus me and Marche. I would have to look.
Okay.
But
Love to see that.
You see, there's a UAPW star section in a
yeah,
Old Windy
most
City
but
magazine,
that's the
so-
crazy part. Most all of them were gone.
Yeah, this might have been 2002-ish.
Yeah,
think this
so
one
there's
was,
Cassius and
yep.
there's Jazz.
Little baby
Um,
Jazz.
Like you're right, young Jazz.
Yeah, you got your Zom guy over here on this side.
Yeah, that goes on.
Check
But
it
Zom wasn't part
Mhm.
of when we did it again. Like our whole thing was, I don't even think Willie was back at that point. It was whoever was there at that time, you know, and we ran the nucleus of, okay, this is what our vision is. We understood what Sam's thing was, but our thing was you guys got kind of away from that, taking it so the inner city can afford it,
Mhm.
you know. And it was like even a $20 ticket is a little expensive if you
Oh, yeah.
got a single mother and she's
Right.
got 4 kids.
Mhm.
But guess what? If I can cut it down to 10 and I cut you a deal,
Yep.
hey, oh, you got 4 kids plus you? Hey, well, I'll tell you what. Give me $20 for 5 tickets. Sounds crazy, right? But now you come to, that's 5 people in the door, right? But that's 5 more people that are going to eat concessions.
Yep.
And possibly 5 people that want merchandise.
Mhm. And they're definitely going to come back because you get
And they're going to come back.
Yep.
Why? Because I cut the single mother a deal
Yep.
what made it affordable for her to come.
It's good business.
I mean, you got to learn how to negotiate. Sometimes, again, taking an L ain't always a bad thing, but you got to know what to take the L on. You know, I already knew I got the building for free.
Mhm.
That's a win. Sam had already took care of the insurance. Okay, you took care of the insurance. The ring is gonna be there, and the musical equipment is gonna be there. All I gotta do is wait for the guys to show up.
Nice.
That's it. So, but most of these people were not there. I would have loved to, and again, I watched them.
Mhm.
That was the thing. I was a fan of Windy City and UAPW way before I got in.
Mhm.
So I was there. I was at every belt. I was at every show I could go to. But you know, when most of these people left, it was like, it was kind of disappointing when I got there.
Mhm.
It was like, wow, I kind of wanted to.
You're hoping to interact with the guys and work with them, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of them had already left and moved on, and you know, or just said F Sam. It was like,
couple little notes on some of the UAPW title histories. Our good buddy Vito Two Fingers was the heavyweight champion at one time.
yeah,
Do you remember how that happened?
keep going, because everything, because I know the story you want to get to, and I want to get there. So
I don't know. I was just going to ask, and he wins the intercity title also. He had a secondary title called
so
intercity title.
some of that was way before me.
Mhm.
But there came a time in that one show, and we did another one, but we did it outside, and it was free. But again, we had a crowd. Can't tell me, Cassius, Dunn, Jazz, We didn't have a good form. We had a good form. We knew how to make something out of nothing. And I don't think Sam liked that. How can we make a profit and he can't make one with Windy City? How can we grab a crowd and he can't? And he did not like that. And Belts was coming up. And our big show was the week before Belts.
Okay.
Now, this is where the issue and the supposedly discrepancies come in. So there was a radio. So the guy who was sponsoring our show owned a car dealership on the South Side. And supposedly gave Sam all this money to us run the show. Show was at the Hammond Civic Center. Both shows. Our show and Belts.
So 2 weeks in a row?
2 weeks in a row.
Okay.
So the guy tells Sam he wants the show advertised on the radio. Sam agrees. Now, mind you, nobody asks us anything. The next thing I know, it's advertised on 106.3. And at that time, 106.3 was brand spanking new. But it was for older African-American adults. 35 and up. Nobody 35 younger is listening. They not listening to Smokey Robinson. They not listening to the Temptations. So the crowd we wanted wasn't going to show up.
Mm.
But if Sam had asked us,
Gotcha.
we'd have told him where to go. He went there.
Mm.
And if you could have heard the advertisement, like, it'd have been the one show you'd be like, ugh, I don't know if I want to go there.
Yeah.
Like, it just, like, the announcer had no enthusiasm, no, you know, on this Saturday, we're having Urban American Pro Wrestling starring Elix Skipper, Abyss, Monty Brown. Come out to the show. What? Huh?
That's it.
Like, that's it?
Yeah.
Like, wow. Okay. And it's like, you kind of sat back and was like, why is this happening? And we still didn't have a clue. And the day of the show happens, and Sam calls us into a meeting. Exactly. And we sit at this table. And Sam says, I'm taking back UAPW.
Hmm.
And I looked at Damien. Damien's pissed. Jazz is pissed. And Cassius just has this smirk on his face. And we're like, we knew we couldn't. Like, there's nothing we can say that's going to change none of that. Mm-hmm. We just said, okay, and we walked out the room, said, all right. And I asked Cassius, like, we pissed. He said, because I saw it coming.
I was just going to ask you if anybody knew it was coming.
He saw it. He said he saw it coming because we were doing things that Windy City wasn't doing as far as promotion.
Mhm.
Like Sam would spend, we would hear $500 on flyers and posters. $500, Sam.
That's a lot.
But we just spent $2, front and back. But you don't ask.
Right.
Come on now. So it was like, okay, we see why you pissed, but just ask us. Like, we not trying. It wasn't like we were keeping the money and line in our pockets.
Right.
But one, I always believe just paying the boys fair.
Right.
You know, because you got to travel going and coming. And you're wrestling. I got to compensate you for that.
Right.
That whole BS of a hot dog and a handshake thing, that never worked for me. Ever. So we walked away from UAPW. I mean, the company was still there, but we're done.
I've got dates all the way up until I think when they closed. Because there were tag belt dates on here, intercity titles to 2010. So they must have kept it going until
they probably did, but
closed, yeah.
we walked away at that point.
Mm-hmm.
We walked away. So,
actually, matter of fact, I see Cure on there as tag team champions.
Yeah, that was me and Marche.
Yeah. This one listed as Damian Dunn and Marche.
And again,
and then before. They didn't have exact dates, but before 3 of 2006. You and Marche on there, V Factor DTA, and then there's a couple of missed spots. Damian Dunn, is it Devlin Dunn?
Devlin Dunn was his supposed brother. Okay. So we had a guy by the name of Wicked.
Okay, so I've heard that name.
Wicked during that time was a huge, like, he could look Baltazar face to face. But they wouldn't use him. And granted, he would rarely come to practice, but he would pay his dues and what are we doing with him? And then finally, we just created the story where, because Wicked would always wear a mask. And we just, what if you take the mask off, dog? And you're now Damian's little brother, Devlin.
Yeah. And
that's how they captured the Windy City titles.
Yeah.
So, in one night, Cassius retained. Marche lost the lightweight title. But Diamond retained. And the Dunns took the tag titles. And for us, that was the Cure at its highest form.
Yeah.
So,
the UAPW tag belts and the Windy City tag belts were combined too. Yeah, it says Damian wins an 8-man elimination match and chooses Devlin as his partner. They also previously won the Windy City tag titles, so they unified them for a short time, and they eventually split off. Isaiah and Mike Anthony beat them, and then they eventually just lose the Windy City belts only to Nightbreed, so that's where it split. I think I like the combination of having the double champions.
That's because we didn't have belts. Let's just be real. Yeah. We didn't have belts. So the only belt that was really ours was the Inner City.
Okay.
9 Mil had bought it. And whatever you want to call it, donated, or however you want to call it. But, hey, Sam, here's a brand new belt for UAPW. And, it was like, oh, okay. But outside of that, how are you supposed to have all these divisions and ain't no belts? So I wasn't going to ask Sam, hey, Sam, We need about $10,000 for belts. So, no, thank you.
All right, 2 real good stories I'm interested to hear coming up here. And you gave me the quick version when we were at your Hall of Fame show. Huge Windy City split.
Ended up let's get to it.
Forming another company called Vanguard.
So,
is this the first time now this has ever been told?
Might be on camera.
Publicly,
yeah.
Publicly.
But I ain't got no skin in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, what you gonna do? So it's the Saturday. It's meeting. We have our meeting, and we got a show that night. And everybody shows up for the meeting.
It's a whole company.
The whole company. Okay. Everybody, if you pay dues and you show up, you're supposed to. And on the board, there's always a current roster of champions. Okay. And it tells you, so there's the champions, and then it tells you another sheet of where you fall in, I guess, for lack of a better word, the pecking order. You know, so if you're a rookie and you've moved up to intermediate, or you've moved up from intermediate to pro, or if you move from pro to veteran, so you can see where you are.
Gotcha.
If you're not on the champion list.
Okay.
And I understand there's 2. There's UAPW and there's Windy City. And we all come in. Nobody. If you've done this for a while, you've done it. Now, by this time, Trauma has joined. Willie is back.
It's Team Damn It, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we all show up to the meeting. Somebody says, look at the board. Now, before I look at this board, the Windy City heavyweight champion is Baltazar. And the urban American Pro Wrestling champion is Trauma. This is just one example. And we look at the board. It's switched. How is Baltazar the urban champ and Trauma the heavyweight champ? Was I in a coma? Was there a show and I missed it? Like, what happened? There are other changes. But we're like, okay. Marche was the inner city champ. Now given to Rudo Cortez. Like, and everybody, what? Sam comes out. Sam talks about whatever he's going to talk about. And somebody asks the question, what's up with the board? Did you misprint? Or he said, no. Those are the champions as of right now.
Like, that's not a show coming up to change. It's just immediate.
Those are the champions of right now.
Really?
So when we did that show that night,
yeah,
Jeff comes out as urban champ.
Really?
Wearing my belt. It was my belt. Trauma comes out as the Windy City champ. But what got under people's skin, I believe, is Sam was like, this is my company. Mm-hmm. And I do what I want to do and run things the way I run. If you don't like it, there's the door. And I think people took that literally and figuratively and took it serious.
Mhm.
And you can't blame them.
Right.
Like, what sense did that make? We were having a show that night. You could have did whatever you wanted to do and made it make sense.
Something that explain what's.
But to make
right.
it out of nowhere and there's no explanation.
Yeah.
Except for this is my company and I do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And people were pissed. And I mean, people were pissed.
Did anybody leave right then and there? Did anybody walk out?
I want to say yes, but don't ask who. I can't remember. I remember people leaving, but people leaving pissed. And people like, I ain't got to deal with this. Like, but again, I ain't stupid. I tell people all the time, I might be crazy, but I ain't stupid. Like, Sam used to have that rule, you can only work for Windy City. Couldn't work nowhere else.
Everybody did that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you got to remember, I only worked for Sam. So
right.
I worked around it. I lied. I told Sam again, and all I'm doing is managing. But my thing was, and this is how much I believed in Marche. He can't get seen if he stays in one company his whole career.
Right.
And a new company at that time called Negative One Wrestling, which is funny because there's another company now called Negative One. But this particular Negative One had reached out to us on MySpace. How old is that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And they quoted us, you know, hey, this is what we can pay you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys come work for us? And it was like, yeah. I had already agreed. Mm-hmm. Now, to make sure we don't catch he was Sam, I got to go talk to Sam.
Right.
Hey, Sam, we not running on this date. And this show, 45 miles away. Can we work it? And again, he's just looking at me.
Oh.
I'm nobody to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a manager. I'm not a name. I'm just a manager. Oh, okay. Go ahead. It's 45 minutes? Sure. Go ahead. Work. Worst mistake he could have made. Because from there, I never stopped. I always felt like we got to keep going. Mm-hmm. Now, we kept his dates priority, but anything else? From that moment on, whether it was me and Marche or actually that's how Soul Touchaz even got formed. Like, we were out the door, bro. Like I'm not about to just work once a month. Mm-hmm. That.
And he never said nothing? Yeah.
Not to me. Mm-hmm. Again, at that point, what can you say?
Right.
I'm like,
because he did say yeah.
You opened Pandora's box and said yeah. Like, and again, I think in his mind, he was like, oh, it's just a guy just wants to manage. Oh, okay. He's never gonna do anything with it. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh,
interesting.
Okay.
So now the Vanguard section comes in to where is it Frankie Valiant?
Yep.
And Isaiah?
Frankie, Isaiah, Jordan Pride.
So Balthazar walked
out. Stud Muffin.
Yeah, Balthazar walked out as the champion, but I know he didn't form the company with those guys. But I know a whole bunch of people left.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people. Mm-hmm. And I was one of them. Mm-hmm. Me, Diamond, the Cure left, all but Cassius has stopped wrestling. Not that it was a bad thing. He already had God, but he decided to become a pastor or a preacher. Mm-hmm. So his focus was on his ministry. And we had already had another company we had formed. So when we first started, and I have footage of that, which is crazy, we called it Word Wrestling. And Sam would help put on those shows. Oh. But then when we left, Sam told us he owned the name Word. The acronym, I should say. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay, Sam.
Interesting.
We changed it to Bible. Same concept. Same stories. Mm-hmm. But you want the name, you can have the name. Okay. It doesn't change what we're going to do.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Very interesting. Now we get into the world famous group, the Soul Touchaz, which I've gotten to know all of you guys very, very well. And how did that go from I would say the baby stages of Cure until the solid of you, Willie, Marche, and Jazz, that whole unit? How did
So the Cure came about. The Soul Touchaz came about by the Cure. So something else Sam didn't see coming. I decided I wanted to have a super group. I didn't want just a regular faction. I wanted a super group. There's the Cure. And outside of Windy City, I was managing Team Dammit. And me and Team Dammit were making noise. Mm-hmm. Especially downstate. So to get Willie especially to come back to Windy City was a huge thing. So now I'm thinking, I need to put this together. So, went to Sam. Sam. Now, he said, I just asked him, could Willie join the Cure? I believe I said, could Team Dammit join the Cure? Tomatoes, it don't matter. The bottom line is, he said, yeah. And I guess he thought it was just Willie. Okay. And I guess he thought Rudo and Trauma were just going to do tag teams. No. So from that point, it was a new group created. The Cure, damn it, was formed. Okay. So now it's about 9 of us. And Sam, I'll never forget, Sam hated it because we did a run-in. Can you imagine 9 people running in for a run-in? Mm-hmm. And we did it right. Like, if we're going to attack you, we're going to attack you. Not 2 or 3, no, everybody. And Sam was like, what is that? I told you they was joining the group. So he was pissed. So at that time, me and Willie started working for a new company called Elite Pro Wrestling. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Owner, Acid, Jay Jensen, and the Tomasellis were doing the training, and Ben Jordan. And so me and Willie did the first show. Great. I think we did one more show after that. And they asked, do you guys have a tag partner? And at that point, I'm like, it would have been easy to call Trauma. But they said they wanted something different. Like, that was supposed to be the whole thing with Elite. They want to be different. And I'm like, let's call Marche. Okay. Marche said he agreed. Now we need a name. And me and Willie sat there and we looked at each other and we just kept like throwing out stupid names. And it was like, we gonna take their souls. The Soul Takers. There was another group called Soul. Nick helped me out. They ran out of Wisconsin.
Oh,
The Soul.
Soul Snatchers.
It wasn't.
I can't.
And I've heard of a team called the Soul Patrol before too, but that's probably not it.
Apollo and Drew.
Oh, yeah, that's a name I haven't heard for a while. I mean,
And I can't think of it, but we came like after 3 minutes, we were like, no, we're going to touch people's souls. Soul Touchaz. And it was like, but people got to understand it's not ERS. It's with an AZ.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And it was like, okay. And from that point, it was the Soul Touchaz. And it was me, Willie, Marche. So it was.
And it's still going today.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years now. 2007.
Greatness never dies.
It's crazy how fast that goes.
I know, right?
Almost
like
20 next year. 20 years now.
20 years. Ugh.
Better have a good celebration for that.
I don't know.
Put the tights on one more time.
Oh,
Soul Touchaz versus Brotherhood.
we did it already.
Let's do it again.
We did it. I don't know if you remember. I got the hell about to die.
I do remember.
I remember.
I
done looked me dead in my eye, and he was like, "Nah, bro, nah, not tonight. Ain't happening. I don't care where we at."
I do have a question about the Soul Touchers, though.
Go for it.
Was there a member that wanted to get in, but you guys always toyed with it, but you did not do it, and that person was Tristan Hayes?
No, that was Jazz.
Okay. The only
Tristan was part of what we called the Urban Freebirds.
Okay.
So the Urban Freebirds was Tristan, me, Willie, Trauma. We ran mostly downstate, especially in LaSalle.
Okay. The only reason I'm saying that because we did a benefit show.
Yep.
And the weather was shitty. There were more people in the locker room than there were in the crowd. And Tristan Hayes was introducing like you and Willie and like the Soul Touchaz like he was one of his own. And I could have swore it basically saying that he was like a member and so forth. And the reason it sticks out in my mind is because they hit your music. You started coming out and Tristan was coming in the curtain. You guys almost collided right there at the curtain.
And I remember the show. He could have been. So that was the running gag for a lot of people.
Okay.
That they wanted to be a Soul Toucher.
It's pretty good.
But good. For us, like, at least for me, I can't speak for anybody else. The Urban Freebirds, we were like, we got heat, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Like police called heat. Legit.
That's good shit.
Like the story with that, we were filming a promo outside a banquet hall. And we beat down, I can't even think of the kid's name. Trisha knows who it is. And we beat this kid down. But you got to understand, across the street are houses. And people are on their porches. And this is a Sunday.
Oh, no.
And so you see 3 black guys and a white guy beat up another white guy. And we put him over, Willie carries him over his shoulder. And all you see, now mind you, we got somebody filming. Nobody's paying attention to the guy that's filming.
Right.
Nobody. And we take him to the car. And the way that the scene was supposed to be was we filmed it, and then the guy who we beat up took the camera, and you got all of us standing over the hood. And Tristan says, "We're the juggernauts, bitch," and slams the trunk. Cut. Great. We got it all. Woo, 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 woo.
Oh, no.
We've got a white guy in the trunk. And all of us, like, dude, we were the last people that should be walking around with Dukes of Hazzard shirts on with Confederate flags on.
My God, really?
God.
Me, Willie, Trauma. Like, Trisha could have probably got away with it.
Yeah.
Us? Come on now. But the cops were so cool. Once we explained to them what was going on.
That's funny.
Like, the guys in the trunk, see, look, he's got a camera. We're good. We're just shooting a video. And he was like, "Oh, okay." Because some of the neighbors called and said you were assaulting a guy and you were trying to kidnap him and threw him in the car. We were like, no.
That's really hilarious.
But we were like, that's heat.
You made it believable.
Like, oh, no. Oh, trust me. We threw him against the wall and the whole nine. So Tristan, Jason Hades said he wanted to be a Soul Toucher. Everybody said they wanted to be a Soul Toucher. But the one we gave the business to, and I still have on DVD, so I have all the footage,
Nice.
was Jazz. Jazz we would not let into the Soul Touchers until, he had to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz had to work for it. It just wasn't handed like, Diamond walked in. He didn't walk in. Like, no, bro, you got to walk in. So
Awesome. You mentioned Elite before, and the first match I have on here for the group is 2/10 of 07. And it's the Iron Saints, which is Sal and Vito Tomaselli at the Tag Team Champions defeat Marche and Willie.
yeah,
That is the earliest list I have on here for the group in that company. So what do you remember about your guys' run in that early Elite time, working the Tomasellis and leading into the feud with Cash Inc., the group called Cash Inc., Abad and Baltazar,
well,
J.D. Hughes, a
so
couple of the guys.
you know who J.D. Hughes is, right?
I do not.
That's Trauma.
Okay.
But again, you gotta
Mhm.
you gotta stop everything.
Yeah.
You gotta go back up everything.
Yeah, so this will be our Elite
So-
Pro section here.
So after us and the Saints, like, I admired Vito and Sal, especially because they were working for Elite. They were working, like, for me, in my head, IWA Mid-South was the way you got seen.
Mhm.
Anybody that worked for Ian at that point, at some point in your career, you were going somewhere, but everybody came through there. Again, when I was a fan, I was following IWA Mid-South. I was in Indiana in these little gyms. I'll never forget.
Lincoln Center.
I paid $10 to sit on the bleachers to watch the main event was Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. Back then, it didn't sound like nothing, right?
Mhm.
But I worked that $10 from the bleachers. Next match, I sat in the back row. The next match, I moved up to the second row. Third match, I moved all the way around and sat in the front row. I realized what people weren't coming to the shows. And I sat front row to watch Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. Oh my God. So for me, how do you get seen? You work for IWA Mid-South. the Saints were working for IWA Mid-South. This can't do nothing but help us. I'm like, Willie done been around, but Marche needs the experience.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to work with guys that, guess what, can push his limits. That was perfect. So anytime we had back and forths with us versus them, oh, I loved it. I didn't get involved. Well, I did. Because at one point, Vito felt like I had to do something. And I was like, okay, if you feel like we should put it in there. But that was one of those feuds where I felt like I really didn't need to do much. And then first of all, let's make some corrections. Let's talk about Nightbreed. So Rob was there. His name is Rob. He was there from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So at some point, they said they were going to bring in Baltazar. Great. Okay. All right. So this is the day. This is the show, right? Okay. And we discuss everything. And Jeff says, all right, well, I'm going to sit in the audience. Okay. I'm going to come through the crowd. Okay. All right, cool. All right. And you're going to save. Because the idea was me, Marche, Willie, we're going to put the boot on Rob. Okay. And he was going to come through the crowd, save all of that. Bullshit. That ain't what happened. Not the way most folks think. So, end of the match. We doing our thing. And I look up. And all you see is Jeff running. Jeff launches. Now, there's a guardrail. But he doesn't touch the guardrail. With his...
He hurled right over it, huh?
Over it. And lands right on the apron.
What?
And me and Shay, we already see what's coming. And then there's some conflicting stories. Willie says he didn't get hit. No, Willie got touched. Willie got touched. He grabbed for me and Shay. Nah, that wasn't happening. Nah. But the irony was, we were heels. They were supposed to be faces. What did I just say?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose. We were supposed to cut a promo that iterates that, right? Right there, live in front of everybody. Jeff starts cutting a promo on us, talking heel.
Interesting.
And I'm caught off guard. Because here's the problem. The following month, me and my wife aren't going to be there. We're going to be in the Bahamas. What? You just threw me for a loop, bruh. How am I supposed to? Is this heel? Or is this heel fake? What? Dude, we're lost. But, which in turn spawned Jazz. Because Jazz had already been working for Elite. But we wanted Jazz bad. Mm-hmm. But it was like, Elite was like, we'll do it, but we don't want to do it immediately.
Gotcha.
Let's let's do some things with this. We can do some things. So they cut one of the greatest promos while me and my wife are in the Bahamas ever, where Marche asks Willie is Jazz and the Soul Touchaz. And Jazz, I gave Jazz my clothes and told him, hey, here's my suit. You can use it in the promo. So Jazz is like, I've got the suit, I got the hat. He had his own little hat, but he was like, I'm managing the Soul Touchaz. Willie takes a piece of toilet paper. Or did they use the phone book? No, I think they used the phone book. And they going through this phone book, but it's supposed to be the contract. It's not in here, Jazz. You're not in here. And that became the running gag that the contract got longer because then it became a roll of toilet paper.
Really?
And no, Jazz, you are not in this group. No. Then we bring in another guy. And his character was like, he was like a Revenge of the Nerds type character. Okay. Jeff, and he was the guy out of Wisconsin. God, I can't think of his name. But he didn't have to work to get in the group. He was just in the group. It was like, oh, okay. It like this would infuriate Jazz. Like we did a promo where like Jazz is like, am I now a soul toucher? And all of us look like, no, he's a soul toucher. And as he's coming down the alley, they incorporated Saturday Night Fever into the music, you know. So you've got this awesome dude with bell bottoms on and this ugly jacket, and he's and Jazz is like, really, really, and we're like, and then we like have paper towels, and we're like, Jazz, you're the contract, bro. You're not in this group, bro. You're not
so good.
You're not getting in, bro. So eventually he got in. But that, you know, that whole experience was just fun. But any success that we as a group had, I have to give credit to Vito, Sal, and Ben Jordan. I have to. They saw the vision where anywhere else it'd have been, okay, Marche, Willie, Jazz, okay, me. No, they stretched it out. Diamond too, but they stretched it out. They made it where you wanted to see, is Jazz ever gonna get in? You know, and for us, the longest it was never about titles. It was just about us going out and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
The story. Yep.
You know, it was the story. Yep. So when CHIKARA came a knocking,
it's a knocking soon. Yep.
That's I give them that credit, you know. So
it's coming up very shortly. We're at the end of hour 2.
Stop playing.
Yes. So we're going to be talking CHIKARA. We're going to be talking IW Mid-South in hour number 3.
Wow. Okay.
Stay tuned, folks, for hour number 3 with the one and only C Red. Hope you've enjoyed everything. As always, with my partner in crime, Nick H.
Yo.
Tell everybody bye for. We'll see him on part 3.
You ain't even heard me wrestle.
We'll see you guys on part 3. We'll see you guys next time.